the match of the day. Then on Sunday, live AFL action from around the country. For the best AFL action, you'll see it first on Channel 8.
And welcome back. I'm with Vitaly Vitaly. Have you ever wondered, Vitaly, about lipstick?
Not particularly, really. Well, I remember, yeah, I think my wife uses something like that, but I mean...
Not on a personal basis. Because
No.
our next guest has shown a lot of enterprise by forming her own lipstick company called Papi Industry. She's also been nominated for the Women Achievers Award by the Women Chiefs of Enterprises. Would you please welcome Papi King? How are you, Papi?
I'm very well, thanks, Steve.
How did you get into lipsticks?
Well, I just got onto it because as a consumer I was frustrated with the certain lipsticks that were available and decided that not only was I frustrated with it, but plenty of other women as well, and decided to make my own.
So where do you start? You want to make some lipstick, what do you do?
Well, first of all, you find someone that can make it for you, and then you go about making it. It's really very easy.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. Well, there's a lot of components to it, of course. There's graphics and there's the cases, everything's separate. It's not just all made in the one factory.
Now,
but the lipstick is
what's your range called? You've got the seven...
Papi.
Yeah, but you've got the seven...
Seven virtues.
Seven
but they're
virtues.
modern virtues. They're not the real ones. The real ones are boring. They're things like patience and chastity and boring things. So I made
what's
up
your
my
range
own.
called?
There's virtue, integrity, inspiration, unity, liberty, ambition and courage.
I would add one more word here, which would be probably relevant. Lip service, yes? That's something connected with lipstick.
Now, is there a special way to apply lipstick at all, Papi?
Well, I think the best way to apply lipstick is to apply it only on the lips and not on the face. But
Yes, that
there's
would
not
be-
really a special way to
On the
apply
wall?
lipstick, no.
Not on the wall, no. Do you put it on once or twice? Or?
Well, with my lipstick, you only need to put it on once. With other lipsticks, which I won't mention, you normally have to put it on at least a couple of times to get the colour intensity. But with mine, the pigment level is doubled, so you only have to apply it
Double the
once.
pigment level?
Double the pigment level.
I know, that's of interest to you, Vitaly, particularly.
What does it mean?
I don't know what it means, but it's apparently got double the pigment level. If I was to ask you to demonstrate putting on lipstick, could you demonstrate for us? Can we get a close-up of Papi putting on lipstick?
Oh, it's better. It's actually better if you put it on yourself, Steve, and I just give you a few pointers.
Let's put it...
It's harder because I've actually got one for you.
There's no way
I've
I'm
got one
putting on
for you, and I
lipstick.
thought the name was very applicable. For you, I've got integrity.
Oh, thank you. Who can we put it on?
Oh, I want it to
No,
go
no,
on
no,
you.
I'm not wearing it.
I want it to go. I picked that colour out specially for you. I want it to go on you. Yes. Yes.
Is this a double one?
All right, just this once, but this is the only time ever. Go on.
No, you have to put it on yourself.
I can't do it. I don't know how to... All right, okay.
Okay,
Jack.
lesson.
Okay.
I take the lid
Yeah,
off.
I'm with it so far.
Wind it up.
Yeah. Jack Degenkamp, the world's oldest cameraman. Can we get a close-up of this, please? Jack Degenkamp, move right. Okay.
Now, find your lips.
Yeah.
No, you're missing
Yeah,
it.
no, I've got them.
Right.
Yep, I'm with you.
Now, place the lipstick on your lips.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
And-
So you start at one end? Oh, sorry, I got my chair.
Yeah, you better start at one end. Now move towards your left.
Funny, I'm quite enjoying this, you know. It's,
Now, top lip. You're not putting it on very well, Steve.
Well, what am I doing wrong?
You're not applying enough pressure. Now you apply too much.
Molly, I love you. Hang on. So, how's that? It's like I've been eating chocolate. Actually, do it to Dane. Where's Dane? Where's Dane? Dane? Just get... Dane? Yeah, Dane, have a go.
Oh, yeah. What'd you do to her?
Dane, have a go. Dane, the world's second assistant. Oh, see. Thank you, Dane. Looks like I've been in the television industry for a while. G'day, Bob. Can I have a rate? Our next guest... Our next guest is an expert on peerage. He's editorial consultant to the publication Burke's Peerage. His literary works include the biography of Gladys, the Duchess of Marlborough, and a work on Cecil Beaton and Vivian Lee. He's an expert on etiquette. Would you please welcome Hugo Vickers? Thanks for joining us, Hugo.
It's a pleasure. You haven't learnt one of the golden rules about lipstick.
What was that, Hugo?
The only way to get lipstick on your lips is from the lips of another girl.
Ah.
Is that right?
I think that's the best way.
You're a very attractive man, Hugo. Hugo, of course, now Burke's Peerage. For those not familiar with the concept, what is Burke's Peerage? Sorry, I just don't...
It's a very large book of reference which contains lots of peers and their families and living and dead people.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I wanted to find out whether I was related to royalty or some sort of nobility,
yes,
what would I do?
Well, you could have a look in there as a start. Would that be rewarding? Maybe not.
Well, it's a fairly...
You've got it?
Excuse me. We've got the... There is Burke's Peerage.
Yes.
And what would I do?
Well, you'd look yourself up under V.
Mm-hmm. V?
Yes.
Right, yes.
For Vizard,
So it's an alphabetical system, we know that.
Yes, absolutely.
And is there a Vizard in there?
I don't think so.
You're joking. What sort of second-rate thing are you...
But if you didn't find yourself in there, you don't have to despair, because there are other places you can go to. You could nip off to Somerset House and start looking people up in wills and things like this. And then, of course, it might have been spelled wizard in its day, perhaps.
Because W and V were almost interchangeable at those.
And one of your ancestors may have decided that he didn't like to be a wizard anymore and decided to call himself a Vizard.
I see. Now, what, as an expert in etiquette and protocol, is your view of Paul Keating? His wife not curtsying in front of the Queen?
Well, I think the Queen rises above all these things. I don't think she worries about it at all. It did get an awful lot of publicity, though, didn't it?
Well, what do you think about Paul manhandling Her Majesty?
I think it's unnecessary for him to have manhandled the Queen in that way. I think there are plenty of ways of persuading the Queen to kind of move to one side or another. I think he knew exactly what he was doing when he did that, actually.
You think it was a deliberate gesture?
It looks pretty deliberate to me, yeah.
Oh, controversial, Hugo. What do you think his intention was?
I'll tell you why, because he was down at the Adelaide Festival on Friday, and he was making jokes about it and things. He said, he said, when I came down here to meet all you arty characters, people in Canberra said, you know, be sure to put your arm round them.
Oh, so he was still...
So he was still, he's still on the theme.
Russian nobility, this is of interest to you, Vitaly. Now that there'll be lots of people staking their claim to their former estates in Russia, is this something that you'll be following up with Burke's Peerage, Hugo?
I don't know that I'll be following it up with Burke's Peerage now. Should I be?
I don't know. There'll be a couple more volumes in it for you.
I actually got a question to Hugo, you know, just, you know, coming from the royal visit, you know, and being kind of an expert in royalty. Now, well, you know, I confused the correct forms of address, you know, to the Queen and to the Duke of Edinburgh. I was also quite puzzled. I mean, it's more or less clear how to address the Queen and her husband. But what about, you know, the members of the Queen's entourage, like, you know, her private secretary, the secretary to her private secretary who was also accompanying her, her lady-in-waiting, and the lady clerk to the lady in waiting. So all these people accompanied her on the visit. And also the Queen's hairdresser. How would I address the Queen's hairdresser?
Just by his name. You know, the only people you have to call Sir and Ma'am are the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think I kind of invented a new form of address for the royal hairdresser. Your Royal Highness. Is it all right?
New Royal Highness.
But would you like me to show you the bow, the correct way of doing it?
Yes, I think we would. And can we have it in 3D? This is in 3D. This is a world first. We're broadcasting in now do it toward the camera. Pretend the camera is Her Majesty.
Can I do it to Vitaly?
Yes, please.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who is the Queen?
Vitaly, you just move over that way.
You're the Queen.
You're the Queen. Move over that way a fraction, Vitaly. Just that way, so we can see Hugo in action. Can we have a drum roll on this?
I will need a glove, you know, but...
It's as simple as that. We should, you're an expert on etiquette. Has anybody in the audience got any questions on etiquette or protocol they'd like to ask? We have a man here with the glasses on.
Yeah, is it okay to slip the tongue in on the first date?
I suppose it depends on the first date, really, doesn't it?
Yes. Any other questions of Hugo? We've got someone over there. Yes? Oh, now this is Hugo. This raises an interesting question in terms of protocol and etiquette these days with AIDS and stuff. How does one approach the condom issue?
Well, I assume the young lady is still talking about a first date, yes?
A first date? Yes, first date.
Perhaps. I think, you know, you've got to be like a Boy Scout. You've got to be prepared, don't you think?
I see. So you broached the subject. If anybody's got any questions at all on etiquette, let us know, and we'll ask Hugo in the following segments. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this. Stick around. Television.
New Omo Micro. You demanded it. Now let's look at the results.
The collar particularly, with this fine embroidery work, looks really pretty and there's not a mark in sight. And overall, it was just wonderfully white.
The colours are just so lovely and bright, and they've come up fresh, nice and clean. They look great.
With just one scoop of Omo Micro, you'll get the results you want.
New Omo Micro. Concentrated powder for a concentrated clean.
It works for them. It'll work for you too.
Learning good manners has got me beat. First they say, speak when you're spoken to. Then it's, don't talk back to your elders. And then they say, pass the pepper, please. Then it's, you know it's rude to reach over the table. I don't know what manners means, but at least I know what beans means. Hey, Max? Max is too polite to speak with his mouth full.
It's 6 o'clock. Time to rock. Step back in time and return to the fabulous 50s and swinging 60s with the outrageous stage show, 6 O'Clock Rock. Starring all your favorite music memories, 6 O'Clock Rock takes you for a twist and shake down memory lane. 6 O'Clock Rock, the stage show of the year. Don't miss your one and only chance to see it. Book now.
The number 12 flight Mount Gambier Training Corps is a youth training organisation committed to boys and girls between 13 and 20 years. If you're interested in a future with the services, like having fun and adventure, would like to improve your self-confidence, wish to learn the principles of flight and meet new friends, then the Air Training Corps is for you. The 12 Flight Air Training Corps meet on Friday nights and regularly attend weekend camps. If you're interested in joining or would like to know more about the 12 Flight Air Training Corps, call this number now.
Saturday night in the comedy movie Stripes.
I've lost my job, my apartment, my car, and my girlfriend.
Two young men seeking a new purpose in life decide to join the army.
No, we're not homosexual, but we are willing to learn.
But the army was never like this in the TV commercials.
Is there a movie on this flight?
No.
Incoming! Does this mean we're through for the day?
Starring Bill Murray.
We got one heavily armed recreational vehicle here, man.
Stripes, Saturday night on Channel 8.
And that's a little something from Vicky of Altona. She sent that in. Our musical act tonight is one of our regulars. Tonight she sings from her album Stormy Weather, Drinking Again. Would you please welcome Grace Knight?
Drinking again, thinking of when you loved me, just having a few, wishing you were here, making the buying around for a total stranger, just being cool. 'Cause I keep hoping, hoping, hoping you'll be sure I can borrow a smoke. And I can sit here all night and tell these jokers some jokes. But who wants to laugh? Who's gonna laugh at a broken heart? My heart is aching, I swear it's breaking, and I'm drinking thinking of when you loved me, and I'm trying to get home with nothing, nothing but a memory. Yes, to get home, dying to get home. And I've got nothing but a bottle of beer, just my
But your album has just gone platinum, and there's the presentation. Stormy Weather. Congratulations. That's great. Well done. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this. Stick around.
Nissan Patrol. Power and sophistication that eclipses everything in its class. Unbelievable.
It's a Nissan, that's my car.
Under the skin is bountiful moisture. Under your skin too, for now. But without protection, moisture will be lost. Bad luck for the apple, good luck for you. Because Oil of Ulan Moisture Protection Cream works like the fluids in young skin, it protects from within, locking in moisture like a magnet, even after 12 hours. Oil of Ulan Moisture Protection Cream, the secret of younger-looking skin.
How do I feel when they think I'm younger? Wonderful.
Jack Lucas needed something to believe in. No matter what I have, it feels like I have nothing. And he found it.
Oh, look, it's showtime! I like New York in June.
In someone he could not believe.
I am your man. Let's do it right here. Let's go to that place of splendor in the grand. You're out of your mind. Bingo.
Robin Williams, Jeff Bridges, The Fisher King.
Showing at the Sir Robert Hilton Theatre on these dates. Hurry and book now.
My friends often ask me why I insist on buying my electrical goods from my local Better store. Well, here are some very good reasons.
8 big pages jam-packed with devilishly low-priced appliances, TVs, videos, camcorders, fridges, freezers, washers, microwaves, cookers, sound gear, mowers, heating and cooling. All part of Better Store's hot summer clear-out. It's on now.
And the other reasons? Well, there's better range, better prices, better service, better advice, and I like them.
Sunday night, round 3 of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championships from Symonds Plains, Tasmania. Nissan, Ford, Holden and BMW go head-to-head on the Apple Isle. The Shell Australian Touring Car Championship following the Sunday night movie on Channel 8.
And welcome back. Now we get a message from one of the tourist commissions around the country who received a letter from a girl in America who had met a young Australian boy who was holidaying over there with his family, and she wrote to the tourist commission. She wanted to get in touch with this bloke. She said, up until December, all I knew about Australia was koalas, kangaroos and Crocodile Dundee, but then at Disneyland I met an Australian named Ben and a photograph was taken. I take it that's Ben not wearing the M cap. That would be Ben there. He was on vacation with his family. They were due back in Australia on the 20th of December. Now, this young girl from the States, whose name is Carissa Clifford from America, wants to get in touch with Ben. That's all she knows. Ben is about 6'2", blonde hair to his shoulders, around 17 or 18 years old, has blonde parents, teenage sister, maybe 2 sisters, and a baby sibling. Now, she wants to get in touch with Ben. We're launching a national hunt for Ben. If you know where Ben is, if you've seen Ben, get in touch with us, 03697 7650, and we will reunite Carissa from America and Ben from Australia, who met at Disneyland. As someone who's interested in researching families, where would you start? You've got a photograph like that. We've got the photograph of Ben. Where do we go, Hugo?
I think you did pretty well with that announcement just then, actually, Steve.
Oh, thank you, Hugo. Yes. I appreciate that.
You reach a lot of people that way.
We do. We do. Now, which member of the royal family do you think does the worst performance for them?
Well, there are rather too many members of the royal family. So there are all sorts of kind of collateral branches, and I guess the one that's in the best trouble at the moment is Miss Marina Ogilvy, Princess Alexandra's daughter, who went off and got married and had a baby and then appeared in black leather and with corgis and things, you know, and a little fake crown on her head.
What was the worst bit out of all of that? The leather, the corgis? What are things to avoid?
I'm a member of, I think,
I'm a member of the royal family. What shouldn't I do?
You shouldn't upset the Queen, because, you know, she's in charge.
What do you think about Fergie chucking food around a plane?
Well, it's a pity as well. I think it's no more necessary to chuck food around the plane than it is to put your arm around the Queen, really, I don't think.
Who's your least favourite member?
I've answered that one, Marina Ogilvy.
You detest her? Have you met her?
No. But I just feel very sorry for the whole situation. I think it's a great pity, but that sort of thing happens.
Do you think the Queen's going to abdicate in favour of Charles?
No, I don't. And she said she isn't going to. She said it in the Christmas message, and she said it in the excellent documentary which was shown recently here, Elizabeth R.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's an anointed sovereign, you see. At the coronation, that's the most important thing, and it's like being a bishop, you know, you go on for life with that, the laying on of hands, and she won't abdicate.
Ah, that's interesting. Vitaly?
Yes.
Would you like to be a member of the royal family?
Well, I was actually thinking when, you know, I was asked to impersonate the Queen here, you know. I just thought suddenly that...
Impersonate's putting it a bit highly. Yeah. You're asked to stand there and extend your hand, Vitaly. It was not an impression of any sort.
Oh, well, I hope so. But I just thought suddenly, you know, that there is one thing in common between a journalist and the Queen, actually. Because, well, the Queen is the member of the royalty, yes? And the journalist gets royalties for his articles, you know? So this, I think, is one thing which really makes us close.
It's something I wouldn't dwell on necessarily, Vitaly. Poppy, are you enamoured of the royal family?
Not terribly, no. I think I prefer to be a lipstick company.
What do you think of the royal family's lipstick technique?
I don't ever notice them wearing any. If it is, it's normally a dull coral colour that doesn't impress me in the slightest.
So corals are out?
I wouldn't go so far as to say corals are out, but I'd go so far as to say I don't have corals in my range, so my market is not.
If I want to be
coral
noticed, I'm going to a function, what is the colour lipstick that I wear? Hugo, pay attention, this may be of interest. Right. What is the...
Well, red, obviously. Red is
but that's
always
scarlet
the brightest colour. A scarlet red or a deep rusty red. Definitely.
Well, I think we're all learned something from that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this.
From Touchstone Pictures, a murder but no suspects.
I don't understand.
A mystery but no clues.
Jack Saunders died 15 years ago.
Questions but no answers.
I believe that I was married to your son.
We don't know who your husband was.
Now, Adrian Davis must find the truth.
I know who you are.
This complicates everything. Or die trying. Goldie Hawn, Deceived.
Showing at the Sir Robert Helpman Theatre, hurry and book now.
I love that laser look. It kind of suits my style. Love that fuel economy. I can drive the extra mile. I love the feel behind the wheel. The leader of its class. Laser is roomier. Laser is roomier. Laser fits me. And laser fits you and you. Driven a laser lately.
Come on, boys, inside.
Shane and Lynn switched their loan to the National because we could tailor a home loan to their needs. We showed them a plan to cut 9 years off an ordinary home loan and save over $64,000.
Oh, the National were really terrific. We'll be saving thousands.
Yeah, we can't tell you what a relief that is.
Like the Regans, come in and see how much you could save on our unique home loan simulator at any branch. National Australia Bank, tailoring banking to your needs.
The games of the 25th Olympiad. This year, Channel 8 will bring you all the action.